fashion. I am fully in that mood now. It's like the 29th of August roughly when I'm filming this, and I am ready for September, October, November, and excited to get into knitwear, jeans, boots, those kind of things again. So I thought, what better way to kick off the fall winter fashion on this channel than to talk about Sézane's latest fall fashion drop. It's the first one of the season, and I think it's a really good one. I like loads of the pieces that they've included in the collection this time round, so I wanted to give you a rundown of my top items from that. I've got about 10, I think, that really stood out to me, but the whole collection I just love. I think it's a nice mix of stuff that is still appropriate for like September. There's a few dresses that would look great with sandals for late summer, but equally you've got a nice mix of trousers, jumpers, boots, that kind of thing as well. So some great transitional pieces and some real cozy pieces as well. So we'll get straight into it. I'm going to start off with the first item. So the first item that really stood out to me was a dress, and it was the Boheme Dress in the Ecru Arabesque flowers. I think this is a gorgeous late summer dress. As I mentioned, this would look amazing with some brown sandals in September on those warmer days. September can still be really warm, so you still want some like long floaty dresses in your wardrobe, but equally this could be paired with boots for cooler days, more sort of late September, October as well, and it would still look great. You could layer it with a chunky knit or a coat on top. I love the pattern of it. I love the colours. I think it is also a perfect holiday dress if you've got any holidays coming up, kind of late summer holidays, or you're going abroad in autumn like I am. This would work really well for that as well. In terms of composition, this one is 100% viscose, made in Portugal. It's £170. Sézane prices are going up and up and up, as are the prices of everything else, so I guess it's to be expected. But yeah, I can appreciate that for a lot of people Sézane is getting more and more unaffordable, and for me as well. But I do particularly love this dress, and this would be one of my most standout pieces from the collection. So moving on, the second piece is also a dress. There were two dresses that really stood out to me. The second one was a mini dress, and it's the Andrea Dress. This is again another kind of similar vibe. It's also in the navy arabesque flower design, and it's got very much that kind of 70s feel about it, floral paisley print. I love it, and I love a mini dress, a dark mini dress that works well with tights, because that is what I'm all about in autumn winter. If I'm going to wear a dress, it's probably going to be a mini dress, and it's probably going to be paired with tights and boots. So the fact that this one would work perfectly like that really appeals to me. The darker colours I think pair much better with black tights as opposed to lighter colours, and it just feels more autumny. But yeah, I love the print on it as well. I love the colour scheme. I mean, it looks incredible with the mustard boots in the imagery. And this one is also 100% viscose, made in Portugal. It's £150. I wouldn't get both, I don't think, although they kind of fit different purposes in my wardrobe. The long kind of midi maxi dress would be more bare legs in the warmer days of autumn, and then the mini dress I would save for the cooler days with tights. So they do serve different purposes, but I couldn't really justify both. So let me know which one you prefer, which one you think I should maybe add to my autumn wardrobe. Next up we have knitwear. This is something that Sézane does amazingly at this time of year, and this year has been no exception. They've got some classics back in new prints. They've got the Gaspars, they've got the James jumper they've brought back, and a few others as well in some new prints or colours, which I really like. I love that they have these signature designs that they bring back year on year, but they just update the colours ever so slightly. The first piece of knitwear that stood out to me is a real boring one, but it is me through and through. I love a cotton jumper, like I'm wearing now. I love a cream, ecru white jumper, and this one ticks those boxes. It's the Bree Jumper in the cream colour. This is £105 and it's 100% cotton. I love 100% cotton knitwear. If you're a regular viewer of my channel, you know this. It is my favourite composition for knitwear by far. I much prefer it to wool, mohair, obviously polyester acrylic, and I think I even prefer it to cashmere as well, particularly for the transitional seasons where it's not super cold and you don't need to kind of wrap up and be super warm. You want something that is cozy and will keep you warm but won't be too hot, and I think a cotton jumper in spring and autumn, spring and fall, is perfect. And I love this one. It's so classic. It's got the cable knit down the sleeves, it's got the buttons, it's a little bit like the Leontine, and I just love that it will look great with blue denim, which is basically all I wear in autumn winter. So that is high on my radar. The next piece of knitwear that stood out to me is the Bettany Cardigan, weird name, but this one is super cute. This is a classic kind of Sézane take on a basic piece, adding a frilly collar, adding a little bit of detail around the collar and on the buttons as well. I do really, really like this one. This one is 100% merino wool, which I thought was quite nice because I'm not a fan of Sézane's mohair polyester mix knitwear that they do so often. So this being 100% merino wool, I was really impressed. I do tend to like merino wool. If it's going to be a wool, it's going to be either cashmere or merino wool. So I do like the composition. It's £130, which kind of as a standard Sézane price these days, but it's really pretty. It's very feminine. It's black, which I don't have a lot of in my wardrobe. I don't think I have any black knitwear. So it's a little bit different. It's not a white or cream jumper, which I do have a lot of. It's not a navy jumper, which I tend to gravitate towards as well. It's not a striped jumper, which I also gravitate towards. So yeah, it's a little bit different, and it is quite special with the frilly collar. So I'm also tempted by this one. Again, let me know which bit of knitwear you would get if you were me, or if there's any other pieces that you've seen in the collection that you've got your eye on in terms of jumpers and cardigans specifically, because that is my vice in autumn winter. I'm just going to interrupt this video briefly to tell you about today's sponsor. So today's sponsor is the lovely people at Nordgreen. I absolutely love working with Nordgreen. They are pretty much my favourite brand partner that I have. If you're a regular watcher of my channel, you know that I have worked with them a couple of times in the past to show you some of their watches. I'm wearing one of my Nordgreen watches today. I pretty much always wear one of these. I think they're the perfect accessory to add to quite simple, classic outfits like I've got on today. I've got a light jumper, I've got jeans, and I've got a little bit of sparkle from my gold watch. I'll show you a close-up of this particular style that I've got on today. It's the gold 5-link chain with the navy blue face. I love the navy and gold combination. They do have a few different styles of watches. If you're interested in adding one to your collection, then I can give you an 18% off discount code. This is valid for 5 days after this video was posted. So if you're watching it on the day I posted this, then that discount code will be available for 5 days, and I will leave it on screen here for you to use and in the description box below as well. I also wanted to tell you a little bit about a very exciting addition to their collection, and that is their brand new sunglasses. So they have just recently released 3 different styles of sunglasses. Previously they have just been known for their watches, but they are expanding their collection slightly to include new different accessories, and I think sunglasses is the perfect next step for them as a brand. I love the case that they come in. You can see it's a brown case, it's beautiful, really high quality, and if you open it up you also get the sunglasses case in the same colour as well, this gorgeous brown. It's a little bit different to black, which kind of 99% of sunglass cases are. So I love this. It's kind of like in a rose gold, the Nordgreen logo, Copenhagen on it, and then you open it up and your glasses will be in there. And I will show you the pair that I picked out. So I was actually looking to add a pair of sunglasses to my wardrobe that are a very classic style, design and colour. I have a pair of tortoiseshell, they're kind of like a tortoiseshell style from And Other Stories, which I do really like, and I think they are great for the summer. They're slightly softer, being brown as opposed to black, and they work with a lot of those kind of summer colours. But when it comes to late summer, early autumn, so that late August, September, October time, it's still quite bright in the UK sometimes, not always, but often it is still quite bright. You still want a pair of sunglasses, but I personally like something a little bit darker, a little bit more classic, that's going to go with those darker colours that I tend to reach for, and the more classic outfit combinations like jeans and a jumper that I tend to reach for in the autumn winter. So I went with a classic pair of black frames. These are the Anholt style out of the 3, and they're a unisex pair. They are just a very classic black frame with a slightly tinted, I think it's like a blue tinted lens. I will put them on for you now. So this is what they look like on me. I absolutely love them. I love the size of them. I think they're perfect for my kind of size face, and I really, really, really like wearing them. I've been wearing these quite a lot since I received them. So the pair I have, as I mentioned, are the Anholt style. They also have the Samso style as well, and the Bornholm style to choose from. So hopefully you can find a pair of frames that suit your personal style. You can also use my discount code for 18% off a pair of sunglasses as well. So if you want to get yourself a pair of frames rather than a watch, then go to the link in my description box. I will write the exact pair that I have down below, but feel free to browse the other pairs on offer and use that discount code to get 18% off your first order within the 5 days after I post this video. Next up, we have the Damon Trousers. Now this is a classic pair of black trousers with a turned up hem at the bottom. So they're like ankle length as opposed to full length. Look really good with loafers as they're styled in the Sézane imagery. I am looking for a pair of classic work trousers that I could potentially wear on weekends as well, but primarily for a more formal kind of business setting. And these tick all of the boxes. For me, I would want them to be black because it's the most versatile. I think it's the most appropriate for autumn winter as well. And I do like the ankle length style because I do prefer to wear them with loafers as opposed to any other shoe. And I think an ankle length look best with loafers. So these ones are £130, which I think is fairly reasonable for a work style trouser. They're 43% wool and 53% recycled polyester. An okay mix for me. I like that the polyester is at least recycled. It's obviously not perfect, but it's got a good proportion of wool in there as well. So I would be interested to try these, see if they fit my body type, see if they're comfortable. Sometimes I find wool trousers can be a little bit itchy. I don't think these ones are lined, so I would have to try them and let you know. So if you're interested in seeing me try these trousers along with anything else in the collection, let me know down in the comments below which pieces you'd like me to buy and review for you on my channel. Next up, we have a coat, because even though we're still in August, I can't help myself when it comes to jackets and coats, and this Paulin Coat in a crew really spoke to me. It's a classic Sézane item. They bring out something like this every year. I think this is just a different colourway of a coat they previously had, but I am a sucker for an ecru white coat. I think it just brings that bit of brightness to those more muted, darker autumn tones that we tend to reach for. And I love it with blue jeans, with black trousers, basically anything. I think a white coat looks amazing. A little bit difficult to care for, especially in autumn when you might be getting, you know, rained on and stuff like that, but it's kind of worth it for the vibes that this coat gives. I love it. This one is £290. I think Sézane coats are really pricey, and I don't necessarily know if they are worth the price, when I think you could get something like this from like another reputable brand for maybe like a half to 2/3 of the price. So I don't know, the jury's still out on this one for me. It's 60% wool and 20% polyamide, 10% alpaca and 10% mohair. So it's a real blend, but it does have that 60% wool as the primary material. So not bad at all really. But yeah, expensive I think for what it is, but it is such a classic style. So I don't know. This one I'm not sure about yet, and it's also not quite cold enough for me to be buying coats just yet. So I think this is something I kind of put on my wish list and look again in a month or kind of 2 months and see if there's anything else that's come up from Sézane or from different brands that is more affordable. If not, maybe I'll bite the bullet on this one. Okay, let's move on to bags, shoes, accessories, that kind of thing, because I actually really liked a few of those that came out in this new drop. The first one being probably one of my favourites, which is the Romeo bag. I believe this is a new bag. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is brand new. And they've brought it out in this leather, this brown leather, the natural heritage leather, first of all. But it looks like it's coming out in a lot of different colours fairly soon as well. I love this bag. I don't know what it is about it. I just love it. Kind of gives me like Gucci horsebit bag vibes a little bit, but obviously way more affordable. I love the size, I love the style, I love like the almost like accordion opening. I just love everything about it. I think you can also adjust the length of this bag as well, the length of the strap, so you can wear it more as a shoulder bag or more as a crossbody bag, which I love the versatility of. And yeah, I am excited to see the other colours of this bag, because let me find the imagery. Yeah, this image here of the different colours that they're going to come out with. Oh, I love the green, I love the purple, but I think the one that's catching my eye the most is the mix of the brown leather and the blue and the cream. If you see that one in the middle there, beautiful. I think that one is a serious contender for my wish list. And I didn't think I'd be buying any more bags this year, because I've been gifted a bag that I love, and I've bought a couple of bags this year myself. I think I've bought 3 actually. So I definitely don't need another bag. but this one is speaking to me. And I think if you're on the lookout for a new bag, I would seriously consider this one because I think it's beautiful. And I generally think the quality of Sézane's bags is pretty good. I realised I skipped ahead to accessories and shoes and I forgot to talk about tops. So I'm going to skip back to tops. So there were two tops that stood out to me in this initial drop. The first one was the tally blouse. This is in the same design as that first dress that we talked about. So that real 70s kind of arabesque style floral print. I love this top. I definitely wouldn't wear it as Sézane are styling it with all of the buttons basically undone. But other than that, I do really like it. I think with jeans it would look great. It adds a little bit of colour, but it's very kind of autumnal colours, so still appropriate for the season. I think it's also viscose. Yeah, it's viscose, so it's going to be relatively easy to care for, fairly good quality, and it's £100. So for a statement blouse, potentially okay, potentially something I would consider. And the second top is a little bit more statement, even more so than that one, and it is the Jordyn blouse. This one again screams 70s to me. It's so beautiful. It's in a multicoloured embroidery. I love it. I love that the cuffs are tight to the arms and then the sleeves kind of billow out. That's my favourite style of blouse. I love that it's got the keyhole detail at the back. I think it is beautiful. My only gripe with it is that it's polyester, which just don't expect that from an embroidery. I don't know, I was really surprised that it was polyester. I thought it was going to be, I don't really know what I thought it was going to be, but I didn't think it was going to be 100% polyester, and it looks like it's not recycled polyester either. So I'm a bit disappointed in that, and I probably won't be buying it because of that. I tend to have a hard and fast rule that I just don't buy polyester unless it's like workout gear or something similar. But for a top like that, I just don't think it needs to be polyester. They could have made it out something else. And for £115, pretty steep as well. But I do love the look of it. So I don't know, let me know if you've bought it or you're thinking about buying it, or if it's a no-go because of the composition. It's kind of a shame because the more I look at it, the more I love it, and it is a real statement piece. Okay, let's move back to shoes now. So the first pair of shoes that I really like are the Vicky Loafers. I don't even know if these are new or if they're a classic style. I've never really looked at their loafers and their autumn winter shoes too much, so I'm not really sure, but I love the Vicky Loafers and I'm definitely after a pair of black loafers for this autumn winter. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the style of these. They're simple, they're classic, they look pretty comfortable. They look like they would kind of stretch and mould, being, I'm pretty sure they're 100% leather. They're in kind of like a moccasin design, so they're almost like a loafer moccasin hybrid, I would say. I love the gold details on the top of them as well, the little links. I think that's really nice. It's simple, but it adds a little bit of something. Overall, I just really like them, and I like the way they've styled them. I think they'd look good with those black Damon trousers. They would also look good with blue jeans, obviously, or black jeans. So definitely considering those. Yeah, I think they're a good classic pair of autumn shoes. And the final pair of shoes that were really speaking to me but were highly, highly impractical, especially for the UK, is the Billie ankle boots in the mastic colour, so like the whitey creamy colour. I love these. I love that they're like a short kind of cowboy boot, but they don't come up all the way, so they're kind of a more discreet, minimal take on a cowboy boot. I love them paired with the bright pink socks in this imagery. I mean, I'd never wear them like this, but I do really like the imagery from Sézane. And yeah, I just love them, but they're so impractical. They're suede and they're light coloured. I mean, for rainy, autumnal UK British days, they're just probably the worst shoe choice you could make, but I do really like them. They do come in another colour, which would be slightly more practical, the taupe, but I do slightly prefer the lighter ones. I think they're a little bit different, a little bit more unique, but the taupe ones are nice as well and probably would last a little bit longer. Let me know, so I'm asking you to let me know loads of things in this video, but let me know if you have suede boots for autumn winter. Do you just spray them? Are they okay? Do you have any light coloured suede boots or shoes that you wear regularly and they don't get ruined? Or do you just avoid wearing them when it rains, which basically means never wearing them in the UK? I don't know. They're kind of like a fantasy self-purchase, I think. I think the loafers are more practical, but in my dream wardrobe, those Billie ankle boots would definitely be featured. And that is it. Those were my top picks. So by no means everything. There's loads of other stuff. Some of it I really like as well, but those were the things that I thought were kind of like my top 10 or 11 bits that really I'm considering. They're on my wish list, and a few of them might be making their way into my autumn wardrobe. We will see, stay tuned. There may be a video following this up with what I actually buy. Let me know in the comments down below if you've bought anything from the Sézane Autumn Winter drop, the first one. If there's anything you're excited to see from them. I know that they've, like, there's a few pieces that weren't included in this drop that they've shown on their Instagram, so let me know everything. Talk to me in the comments down below. Make sure to check out the description box for that discount code for Nordgreen and the link to their website and the details of my watch and my sunglasses as well. I would highly recommend both. Love the brand, excited to see what they do in the future. And that is all from me. Give the video a like if you did enjoy it. If you're not subscribed to this channel, as I know most of you watching won't be, make sure to click subscribe down below. I would love to have you here. We're going to be talking lots more about autumn winter fashion in the following weeks and months. And if you do have any video requests for me that you want to see, then just let me know down below. And I'll see you all very soon in my next video.